On page 329, I think this is an interesting point made about what we hold for the future, or kind of our debt or obligation to the future. So this is kind of what's happening is that water is being given to the main character, and he's supposed to hold on to it. And so it says here, may he guard it for the tribe, preserving it against careless loss. May he be generous with it in time of need. May he pass it on in his time for the good of the tribe. There's this idea in this that I guess it's beyond the quote, but what's happening is that water is very, they're on this planet. They're on the planet called Dune or Arrakis, and it's a desert planet, and water is very precious. And the water contained in a body is something like 70% of the human body is water, right? Because water is so precious, they do all kinds of things to make sure that you don't lose water. And they wear these suits, for example, that preserve, that don't, when they perspire, that they don't lose their water. And there's this idea that the very water as the preserver of life, or certainly a necessary ingredient in life, that the water you hold is something you should never throw away, because if you were to die, for example, in the desert, your group would lose you and your water. And there's this idea that you want to be more important to your group or your civilization than the water you hold, because otherwise they would just kill you and take your water, because that water could be used more productively elsewhere. And I thought, I think the point is a subtle point here, and I think it might be, I don't know, obviously we never really know what the author's intending, but there's this idea that what you are endowed with, and it's not just what you're born with, it's part of that, but it's also part of what you have been given, either by your family or through your schooling and things like that. It's not something that should be wasted. It's something that you are walking around with, and hopefully you use for the good of yourself and civilization. You kind of maintain civilization. You don't want to walk around with water, which is a metaphor here. You don't want to walk around with the water you have and not make any use of it that could have been used better by someone else. You want to use your time and your place to do good while you're here. So I think that's the subtle metaphor there, that the life that you have in you, or the water you have in you on a desert, like, it's made more extreme on this planet. It's the point is made finer and sharper because of the circumstances of the planet, that you're on a desert planet, water is scarce, your body holds 70% water. Don't waste it. Don't waste your life, because you're wasting a very precious ingredient on the planet. Well, consider that in a less sharper point on Earth, where water isn't scarce, but other things are. Intelligence may be scarce in some situations, but skilled labor may be scarce. The point is that you shouldn't waste the crucial ingredients that you have inside of you, because they could have been used in a better circumstance in someone else, and not to waste what you have.